All right, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, this is going to be my SurveySparrow review. So I've had a chance to really get hands-on with this software, and I'm going to be able to tell you all about it today. So if you're new to the channel, my name is DG Funnels. I help businesses get more clients online using sales funnels and software integration. So if you don't know, now you know. And if you're into that type of thing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you can get notifications every time we drop new content on the channel. So this is everything that we're going to cover today in this review. So by the time it's done, and you should definitely stay to the end, these are all the questions that I'm going to have answered for you. What exactly is it? What you can do with it, the features, the integrations, the pricing, and most importantly, if you're watching this channel, I know why you're here. You just want to know how you can use it to make more money with your business. And we're going to talk exactly about that at some point in the video. I'm not going to tell you when, so make sure you watch the entire thing. So let's get into it. SurveySparrow is a dynamic online survey platform. And the reason why I say it's dynamic is because they're kind of redoing what we think of when we think of a survey, right? So when you think of a survey, you think of that kind of boring, just answer 6 or 7 questions in a row. And, you know, most people probably don't even finish those things. What SurveySparrow has done is that they've taken that kind of boring vanilla approach to collecting information from your customers or even internally within your organization, and they've made it this dynamic experience for the user. And one of my favorite things about this particular platform is the chatbot survey. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more later in this video, but that's just one of the really cool features that they have available. And that's one of the things that has really jumped out to me as I've been playing around with this particular software. So as you could see, I mean, they've got over 20,000 customers worldwide. You could see the WB, Duke University, Exeron. A lot of big name companies are currently using this platform for different purposes, whether it be internally or externally. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about the features that they have available for this particular platform. So it's going to allow you to create really awesome surveys. You can share those surveys in a number of different mediums, whether that's via email, embedding it on your website or funnel, right? Even sharing it on social media. They have a really robust reporting system on the back end. So you're going to be able to see everything, like how many people opened the email, what questions they answered, where did they stop, how many people are answering with the specific result. I mean, they've really put a lot of work on the back end as far as giving you that data and allowing you to really just take a deep dive in the analytics and just bring a whole new level of insight to your business as far as your understanding of your customers or even internally. Because a lot of people, when they think survey, they only think about using this from the business to the customer side, but internally, you can be utilizing surveys to get a better understanding of your employees, the productivity, the things that make them tick, right? You got the white label surveys as well. We've already talked about embedded surveys and again, conversational forms, which is something that I really, really like. But another thing that I want to mention to you that's also really cool about this particular software is that it allows for video surveys, video testimonials. And if you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I love me some testimonials. And so video surveys are really awesome because, believe it or not, it's actually faster for someone to record a 2 or 3 minute video than it is for them to write down all of their thoughts. So giving them the opportunity to complete a video survey not only gets you a video testimonial, but also it just makes the process easier for them. And typically when people are watching video, they kind of take that as more truthful because it's hard to fake a video in a video survey. So when we've talked about testimonials on this channel before. If you remember, I mentioned to you that the two most believable forms of testimonials are screenshots from social media. So for example, somebody sends you a message on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, wherever, you screen cap that and use that actual picture. And then right after that would be video testimonials. So those are the two most believable types of testimonials. And so the fact that they have an integration that allows them to do video surveys is really phenomenal stuff. So that's awesome. And then you can actually accept payment in these surveys as well. And so that's another feature as far as just being able to have that payment processing. When you think about this process, it's really about making it as easy for the customer as possible. And so the ability to be able to accept payment, utilizing one of these survey forms, it just helps to create that seamless process for your customers. And then of course, if you're worried about, well, hey, in my business, sometimes we're offline and we don't do everything online. Well, that's fine, because they also have an app that you can use for offline surveys. So let's say maybe you run a food truck and you want to get some instant customer feedback right there on the spot. Maybe you don't have internet service there or whatnot. Then you can actually use that app, have the offline survey, and get your customers to complete it there. So and that's not even all of the features, right? So we've just covered some of the ones that really have stuck out to me that I really liked in terms of playing around with this solution. And then I'll just hover over here to products, so you can just kind of get a full sense in terms of the suite as far as what they're offering there. Let me talk to you about that chatbot for websites now, because for me, this is one of the biggest things. Like when we talk about what separates some of the top businesses from maybe some of the lesser ones, and people always say, oh, they have so many resources, they can do so much more than I can. Well, companies like SurveySparrow are helping small businesses like us close that gap. So you can't answer your customers 24/7. You don't have a customer service rep that you can pay to be on call 24 hours a day. Well, that's what a chatbot does for you. A chatbot gives your customer that 24/7 contact point and really creates just an engaging experience. And I've looked into the numbers on this, and it's been some time since I looked at it, but I have seen numbers that suggest that by having a chatbot on your website, that it can increase opt-in rates and conversion rates by somewhere around 20%, just because you're being able to engage that client and answer any question that they may have in a dynamic approach. Yes, they know that it's not a real person in many cases. And I'm not saying to ever pretend like it's a real person, but still it's that interaction, that engagement that's able to help move them forward. And so to me, when I looked at this, being able to have a software that does surveys is really cool, but being able to have a software that not only does surveys, but also offers you a chatbot for your website is an insane value, because that means that you don't have to go out and have multiple services for all of these things. You're able to have this all under one roof, have all of your analytics and data on this stuff in one place, and it just makes life easier. So for me, the chatbot on the website is a huge feature, and I would have done this just for the chatbot alone. But of course, being able to do the surveys and stuff like that, that's really, really awesome. Okay. So let's talk about a little bit in terms of, how you can use this. So you can use this externally in terms of reaching out to your customers, okay, getting feedback on their experience, doing product research, different things of that nature. You can use this internally within your organization to get feedback from your employees. What are the things, especially now, let me just say that, I don't know when you're watching this video, but if you're watching this video in 2020, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. I'm not going to talk about that too much, But I will say that there's a lot of employees right now that are working remotely, and it is more important than ever. And I think moving forward that this will hold true because we've learned some things, right? It is going to be super important from this point moving forward to engage with your employees and to really take the time to truly get to know them. And one of the ways that you can do that is by using surveys, by asking them, hey, what else do you need from me? What can we do better? Give us a response. You know, if you're onboarding someone, having an onboarding survey, having an exit survey, especially with all of these sites now where employees can leave reviews about the company, you want to make sure that if you let them go, that they're not going to bash you on site and maybe that hurts you, bash you online, and maybe that hurts you from acquiring top talent down the road. So having those exit surveys as well, being able to just kind of put out fires before they start. So not only does this allow you to do that externally between your organization and your clients, but it also allows you to do that internally within your organization. You know, put out those fires in those different type of situations before they are going to arise. Now, as far as integrations with this particular software, it integrates with Salesforce, it integrates with Slack, Zapier. There's a bunch others that this integrates with. Those were just some of the ones that come to mind as far as what I do in my business. So the ability to be able to share that data back and forth, and the ability to be able to push data into different places, again, using this singular platform, being able to keep your analytics in-house, in one centralized location is super helpful. And right now on the screen, you can see here where I've just kind of pulled up some of the ways that you're able to get your surveys out there. So you can utilize email share, QR codes, web links, embedded share, text messaging, SMS share, social share, and again, offline mode, as we talked about. So, I can't think of any other ways that you would be able to get your survey in front of your audience outside of those. So I feel like it's safe to say that they've pretty much covered, every possible way that you can get your survey into the hands of the people that really need to see it. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about pricing, and then we're going to talk about how you can use this to make you money. Okay. So when it comes to pricing, you could see here that they have 3 levels. They have elite, they have enterprise, they have NPS, and then they have the business level pricing there. And as you could see, it's a really big list in terms of, everything that they provide as far as the pricing. And then you can get down here and you can see some add-ons. So if you need to do sub accounts, if you need to do additional assessments, if you need more APIs, there's a lot of different things that you'll be able to utilize there when it comes to the pricing again. And then they kind of show you what are the other companies or some of the other companies that are currently using their software in terms of for customer feedback as well as internal feedback and things of that nature. So again, this is the business pricing model. Okay. So you might be saying, well, hey, I'm not a business at $149. That seems like a bit much for me. They also have the personal pricing model as well. So this would be really good if you're maybe, a coach or a consultant or something like that, or maybe even a small business. Maybe you don't need a really robust package. Then they have these options as well. They have a free option, which allows you to, as you can see there, get 100 responses per month. You can have 10 survey questions. You get the classic and the chat surveys, notifications, all of that stuff. And then you can go up a little bit to that basic plan. Of course, it covers everything that is in the free plan, but you're also going to get display logic, scoring, schedule, close date, phone number validation, all of the share widgets, as well as the Google Sheets integration, the Slack integration, the Facebook Pixel integration, the Google Analytics integration, and more. And then you go up to $49, and that's where you can get up to 10K responses and everything else. But so you see that. But let's talk a little bit about the breakdown of what's coming in these different packages. So the Facebook pixel integration is huge for your data, as well as the Google Analytics integration. But this is huge when it comes to your remarketing strategies with your customers. So the Facebook pixel is going to be able to collect data on people who view that form, which you can then take that data and run retargeting ads on Facebook. So let's say someone is, you want to get a survey out, and let's say you send that survey to 1,000 people, and you notice that maybe 500 people viewed the survey, but only 50 people or 100 people actually completed it. That Facebook pixel data can now be used to remarket to those individuals on Facebook and say, hey, you looked at the survey, you didn't finish it or whatnot, please go back and get it done. We really want to hear from you. We really want to know what you have to say. So those integration features, as far as having that in this particular suite, makes it a very, very powerful tool. Something we didn't really talk about was scoring. Scoring is really important. You know, scoring, it will allow you to assign a score to your client based on their answers. And a lot of companies will use that in terms of their marketing strategy. You know, if you have someone that really, really loves your product and service, there's probably a different outreach path that you want to take with that particular customer. So that's where scoring becomes really important. And then when we get into that $49 a month package, as you could see here, that is the one that will allow you to accept payments in the survey, plus have multilingual surveys as well, multiple thank you pages, survey redirect, and everything. So the $49, of course, is it's the most popular option, and that is also the one that is going to give you essentially, you know, everything that you are going to need as far as additional integrations and the ability to really tap into the full power of this particular system. Right, so let's talk about how you can use this to make more money in your business organization. I'm going to talk about how I can use this to make, how I'm going to use this to make money and more money in my business organization as well. But before we do, really quick, because there's someone out there that's probably thinking, oh, but I don't really have a lot of time. I'm not tech savvy. You know, I don't want to just buy this thing and then I'm never going to use it. Put those fears to rest. Okay. As you can see down here, they have tons and tons of templates of pre-made, ready to go surveys. Literally, it is plug and play. You just change the answers and the questions as you want, but it's already mapped out for you. Okay. So let's take a quick look at the different types of surveys, right? So again, classic survey, use this to create surveys with complex question types. We have your chat survey as well. These are quick, simple, conversational style surveys. Pretty cool stuff. NPS surveys, right, for business customer loyalty. Offline surveys, as we talked about as well. And then 360 feedback surveys for your employees, right? So let's just take a look really quick. In terms of the classic survey, I want to show you some of these templates, right? So we have here, look, the customer satisfaction, the employee satisfaction, the online shopping survey, the restaurant survey, the retail store survey, the client onboarding survey for all my coaches out there and consultants. We have the employee satisfaction survey, the exit interview survey. Again, this is super important. You know, hey, keep your employees from leaving negative reviews about you online, which can hurt your ability to lure top talent down the road. The job application survey, if you do your own hiring, you're probably already looking at that thinking, yes. If you don't do your own hiring, talk to your HR department about it. I'm sure that they'll have some feedback. As a matter of fact, send your HR department a survey asking them about the job application intake process. How about that? And then we got the employee survey as well, the business travel requests. Pretty cool. Again, just ways to create more automation, more ease within your organization. If you run an educational entity, we have the teacher feedback survey, the student feedback survey, as well as the parent surveys. And again, these are just templates. You can tweak these, change these, amend these, however you need to get it to make sense for your business. Then in the marketing side, hey, we got the contact form, the lead gen survey, the user experience survey, the product feedback, the value realization. I mean, it's all here. This is very robust. There's some here for healthcare as well, patient satisfaction, doctor feedback. We have the event surveys. Let's say that you're an event planner, maybe you're a wedding planner, party planner, something like that. They have these forms, right? And this becomes something now that you can offer as a service to your clients. So if you're a party planner or event planner, whatever it is, and you can say, hey, we have our own digital RSVP forms that we're going to be able to send out to all of your people, whether it's, save the date, a reminder, this, that, and the other. I mean, so this just becomes an added service that you can now offer to your clients. So that's pretty cool. More money, right? And then we look, the cake order. So for everyone out there that has that customizable style product that requires a lot of feedback from your customers in terms of how you are going to provide the solution, they have the order forms, right? The t-shirt order forms, all of this stuff. So t-shirt, excuse me. So it's here, the online donation form. Then they got the bot surveys as well. So and again, these are all templates that come in the account, ready to go for you. So really, you're able to hit the ground running with this, and you don't have to worry if you don't have any tech experience, or watch 100 videos on how to write better survey questions. You're going to be all set to go. So let's talk about ways that this is going to be able to make you more money. So first of all, customer feedback is super important, and just having positive reviews online and customer testimonials is going to increase your conversion rate. It's going to just make life selling and offering your product or services that much easier. So right there off of the bat, just having a better understanding of your customers, having more testimonials, more information that you can share is just going to help you make more money just by using that as well. If you have an organization, you have employees, making sure that your employees are happy and are heard, maybe more than anything, is going to increase their productivity. The higher the productivity, the greater the success of the business, the more invested that your employees are, the more that they feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves, the more pride that they can take in the job, the better job that they're going to do. And at the end of the day, the better that your employees perform, that just represents more money for the business. So those are just on the surface level as far as tangible benefits that you get from something like this. Now, when we start talking about actually using this to make money, having a dynamic application on your website that can either, or both rather, generate leads for you and go ahead and close them and have them pay right there, or direct them to the best product or service that they need, is truly phenomenal. So one of the things that you can definitely do with this is add that dynamic application form to your website. So let me just say, for example, if you were a roofer and someone comes to your site and they're maybe interested in your service, they're more than likely interested in your service, being able to diagnose them, right? Is your roof currently leaking? How many places is your roof leaking? Have you already had your roof repaired in the last year? How old would you estimate your roof is? And being able to have all of those different questions, but to have that dynamic and engaging to get that person to the end goal and say, okay, it sounds like you need this, but we won't know until we come out. Schedule us to come out, call us to come out. Being able to do those things and create that process for your prospective clients is phenomenal. And so one of the things that I do is that I have a done for you funnel service, and then I also have a done with you funnel service for the person that really wants to do it themselves. Maybe they have more time than money, right? Or maybe they just want a better understanding so that they can be more dangerous and maybe not have to rely on someone else anytime that they want to, launch a funnel or launch a product, whatever it is. So for me to be able to put a form that engages with all of the people that are visiting my site to better understand what their needs are. What are they looking to accomplish? Being able to ask that question, what's more important to you right now, time or money? And if they say, well, time is more important to me, great, we have a done for you service. If they say, well, money's more important to me, awesome, we have a done with you service. And then being able to use that information to then push them to the right product that they should be seeing, and then collect more information along the way, because if that process shifts at any point in time, we can continue to branch out and then get them to the end goal funnel, end goal product that is best suited for them, is really, really awesome. And so that's one way that I plan on using this in my business to make money, is to just kind of replace the generic survey form that I'm currently using and replace it with the application form here, just to make that process more dynamic, being able to get them to the right funnel, to the right end product result is just going to be really, really tremendous. And then to take it a step further, you have the ability to collect payment depending on the suite that you selected, as we talked about. So even being able to basically chat bot or DM close someone, think about how much time that's going to save me from replying to emails or making phone calls or any of those things. Just straight up being able to DM close somebody with a chat bot. I mean, that's huge. And if you're someone that does a lot of if you're doing a lot of organic outreach, like let's say you're on Facebook or LinkedIn or something like that, or you do a lot of social media advertising and you have a lot of people coming to your different pages and looking at your content and engaging with you, being able to sell someone in a chat bot, I mean, man, that's going to just save you so much time. And here's another example, right? So one of my first clients runs a horse stables business and they sell trail rides. So one of the things that always comes up is, well, how many tickets would the person need when they get ready to go on a trail ride, right? So when you think about that, now you can have a dynamic chat bot. So for anyone that has maybe a service like that, where you need to find out how many of the things they need, how many tickets, how many spots, how many seats, whatever, right? Having a chat bot that says, hey, how many tickets do you need? Select one, 1, 2, 3, 3 plus other, right? They hit other. Okay, is it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Oh, more than that, call us, right? But let's say, okay, no, I need 3. Okay, awesome. I'm going to go ahead and reserve 3 trail rides. This is going to be the cost. Go ahead and pay now. We can book. These are the days that you can come out. I mean, all of these things. And again, eliminating the need for you to have to pick up the phone or answer a call. And not that you don't want to answer a call. I get it. You know, you want to talk to your customers, but look, man, you're probably super busy, right? And you miss calls of potential customers. These chat bots will help with that, you know, especially depending on where those customers are coming from. So those are just, and again, that's just the tip of the iceberg as far as how you can utilize something like this to be able to make more money in your business, in your organization, utilizing this particular type of platform. So that's the video, guys. That's the review. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, it's super necessary that you subscribe to the channel. And I'm actually going to be releasing a survey funnel, a SurveySparrow, it just funnels on the brain all the time, a SurveySparrow tutorial. If it's already out yet, it's this video right here. Go ahead and click that video to watch my full tutorial where I go through how to make your own survey from start to finish. And if you just want to learn more information about SurveySparrow and how it stacks up versus some of the other options that are on the market right there, it's going to be this video right here. Now, if these videos have not released yet, definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way, as soon as they do, you'll be able to receive notifications. And so again, thanks for checking out this channel. And until the next time, peace.